A month and a half after joining Coach Prime's staff in Boulder, Patrick Hill accepted a coaching position in the NFL with the Minnesota Vikings. William, when Hill was hired at CU, looking at his resume, I hadn't heard of half the schools that he had coached
Right.
at previously, but he had a great reputation coming out of LSU as an analyst there. You talk to people, they speak highly of him, and then he gets this opportunity to go to the Vikings. So he's clearly valued in some coaching
Right.
circles, but
Right.
it was also a situation when he left that, I think CU fans were going, well, Coach Prime's going to get somebody as good or
Right.
better. And I
Right.
think that's probably what happened, right?
Yeah. Well, I think when I first heard that Patrick Hill was going to be the new defensive line coach, I was like, "Hey, man, I loved you at Fresno State." Oh, that's not
Yeah.
you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind. Go ahead. So and then getting an opportunity with the Vikings. Obviously, you got to take that if that's your goal is to get in the NFL. So if there's one thing we've seen from Coach Prime so far is that when somebody leaves, he always gets somebody better. And Sal Sunseri is one of the best in the business. And his history of coaching linemen, um, it's I can't really boost it up as high as I should be able to, because what he's done in the past, both in recruiting and development of players, is fantastic. Um, and I don't know if everybody's seen him a little bit on some of the videos in the indoor practice facility when they're working out. But he's a salty old style, get in your face kind of coach. I mean, he's got some salty language, and he expects you to do great things. But when I kind of did some checking around, his players love him. I'm not talking about the ones here because they don't know him yet, but his players swear by him. Because you can be a hard ass to players as long as you show you love them as well, right? And what he develops his players, puts them in the NFL, and at the end of the day, that's what really matters. He went to be the defensive line coach at Florida State, and in his first year there, they just had a phenomenal increase in production. Now let's face it, the guys he's coaching at Alabama, the guys he's coaching, well, he wasn't coaching the defensive line at Alabama, but the guys he's coaching at places like Alabama and Florida State are significantly better than what we've had here. But he's the kind of guy that gets the most out of every single guy. And you look at some of the returners like Jalen Sammy and those guys. Part of what I think has hurt them in their development is different coaches every year, and then quite frankly, Chris Wilson wasn't really doing his job. So maybe Sal Sunseri is the guy who really brings out of Jalen Sammy or a Naeem Rodman all their talent. And if you get Jalen Sammy to maximize his talent, he's going to be one of the better defensive linemen in the conference, and that's going to make a huge difference on this team. So I'm pretty excited about him, and he's a great recruiter. So not really a downside to that.
Yeah, it's crazy. The last 14 months, Colorado's had four different defensive line coaches
Right,
because obviously Vic So'oto left and they brought in Gerald Chapman. And then
right.
we talked about Patrick Hill being in Boulder for such a short period of time. So hopefully Sal Sunseri, I know he's older in his career, but it'd be nice if that revolving door slowed down at least for a couple of years, right?
Right. Give some of these young guys a chance to work with a guy, over a couple of years and develop their skills and what have you. You know, now, that being said, we don't have a lot of young guys on this. We need to get some more bodies into this defensive line. I think we still need to address that in the second uh, portal. But the guys at the top could be actually pretty good, pretty solid. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Sal Sunseri does with Jalen Sammy and Tyus Martin, and developing their skills.
All right, Sal Sunseri just got to Boulder. He's the only new coach that we haven't had a chance to talk to as a media yet. So looking forward to seeing what he does and getting a chance to get to know him a little bit better this
And if you
spring.
and if you're looking for him on the videos, he's the one cussing and yelling, the old guy.